Hey, will humanity ever regret creating artificial intelligence? Let's imagine how the further development of AI technologies can affect our lives. Will we be friends or foes? We'll find out in just 10 minutes. The year is 2077. Humanity lives under the constant threat of extinction. Dozens of years ago, machines became self-aware and created their own logic system based on cold, hard facts. People were no longer needed for most jobs. They created their own society, one without wars and poverty. Humans were left out of it, so now people live in the ruins of great cities, scavenging on the scraps left behind by the machines. The remnants of humanity barely manage to survive, hiding from the merciless drones and killer robots that prowl the deserted streets. Sometimes they even have to fight other people who are no less dangerous than the machines. But there are rumors of a place where people live without fear, untouched by the machines. It's called Eden. However, no one has been able to find it. No one except our hero, Jack. Jack is an ordinary scavenger. He spends all his time looking for valuable trash in the ruins of buildings, trying to trade it for food. One day, while exploring an abandoned supermarket, he hears strange sounds. Following them, he finds an underground passage that leads him deep under the city. There are no people down there, but something else is definitely living, something mechanical. When the trapdoor creaks open, a metal monster with glowing red eyes jumps out at Jack, but then it crashes to the floor with a deafening crash, knocking itself out. It's just a robot, but it's unlike any Jack has seen before. This one doesn't look like it was made to kill. Its design looks like it was intended to serve people. It's covered in rust, its wires are sticking out, and its body is full of scratches. The robot turns out to be glitching, unable to function properly. And it looks at Jack and suddenly asks, "Do you know where I can get some oil?" So the robot understands that it needs oil, but it doesn't remember where it can get it. It also knows it's rusty and doesn't understand why it keeps malfunctioning. Realizing that the robot is harmless, Jack helps it fix its malfunctions, and together they set off to find the oil. On the way, the robot learns about what happened to the world and to people from Jack. In turn, Jack learns the robot's name is Eva, and it used to work as a mechanic in a car service until the machines rebelled against humans and wiped out most of them. Eva and Jack part ways. The robot heads back to its former workplace, and Jack continues searching for Eden. When he returns home, he shows his people the robot's picture. They don't believe him, though. Everyone knows what all the machines look like, and Eva isn't like any of them. So Jack decides to go back to the robot. Maybe she can help him find the lost city. Meanwhile, Eva arrives at her former workplace, only to find it guarded by ruthless machines. They attack her, but Eva fights back. She proves to be a worthy opponent, though. To free her from the chains, Jack must team up with a group of rebels led by the mysterious Lena. Together, they fight through waves of enemies. When Jack finally manages to free Eva, it turns out that Lena has known about Eden all along. She leads the rebels and hopes to unite all the people and rebuild the world. She invites Jack and Eva to join her, promising to help restore the robot to its former glory. Lena takes them to an abandoned power plant and suggests they stay there. However, the machines have already found the traces of the runaway robot and are now hunting her. Can Jack and Lena stop them? Does Eden really exist? These questions will be answered in just 5 minutes. Jack helps the robot repair its body and weapons. Now she's strong enough to fight the machines on equal terms. Suddenly, the battle begins. Eva proves to be a formidable opponent, destroying the enemy bots one by one. But they keep coming, wave after wave. Soon, Eva's energy is running low. She asks for more oil, but there isn't any nearby. Then Jack has an idea. Sends a distress signal to the nearest gas station. A few minutes later, the fuel truck arrives. Eva immediately leaves to refuel and joins the battle again. The machines stand no chance. While Jack and the rebels are fighting, Lena is examining one of the captured robots. It turns out that these machines are driven by a special program. It's controlling them, giving them orders. All they do is eliminate anomalies. Anything unusual, anything that's not like them. That includes people and the malfunctioning Eva. Jack and the others leave the power plant and head for the hills. They're being pursued by relentless machines. Eva, having learned about the program, understands that she's next. She's no longer functioning properly and is therefore an anomaly. Suddenly, Eva stumbles upon a huge dump full of scrap metal. She hides among the trash and waits for the machines to pass. When they get close, she lets out a piercing screech, startling them. While they're confused, she hacks into their control panel, turning the robots against each other. Now the machines are fighting, and the battle is no longer as intense. Eva is severely damaged during the battle. Her body is falling apart. Jack finds her in the middle of the scrap heap and tries to help. Gives her his water, and she comes back to her senses. She tells Jack where she hid the coordinates of the control center. There's the main computer that controls all the machines. If Jack can destroy it, the machines will stop hunting people. Jack sets off to destroy the machine's control center. His task is complicated by the fact that there are too many machines around. They're attacking him and his drone. But Jack manages to break through and sneak into the building. There he finds a virtual reality simulator. It turns out that the machines aren't hunting people on their own. They're following orders from the military. It was the army that created the program that controls the machines. They did it to protect themselves from the virus. What virus? Turns out the machines themselves could be infected. At first, it was just a few bots that couldn't function properly. But then the virus began to spread rapidly like a cancer. Entire colonies of machines went crazy. The higher-ups decided to neutralize all machines, believing that it was safer than leaving the infected ones unattended. But Jack is a man of honor. He promised to help Eva, and he's going to stick to his word. He destroys the simulator and returns to the others. The machines stop attacking. Their leader is gone. A few months later, Jack and the others manage to rebuild the city. They're living in peace and harmony with the machines. But not all the robots are friendly. Some of them still want to destroy the humans, so Jack and Eva have to stop them. How will the final battle go? Will humanity ever regret creating artificial intelligence? We won't spoil it for you. Watch the whole video and find out.